Welcome back, my friends. Today we're going to talk about the great tune, Gentle on My Mind. This is a tune that once you start listening to it, it never really leaves your head. It's a big hit back in the late 60s, early 70s, written by John Hartford and then re-recorded by many great artists. Glen Campbell was one that had a tremendous hit with it. So let's add this to our repertoire. Now, as solo artists, we can break this down into two chord patterns, one starting on F and then one starting on G minor. So let's start that with a simple F, okay? And we're going to be playing F for 4, then we're going to come down and bring the descending bass, okay? So we're going to go F to E, but we're going to tuck this in, and basically what we have here is an A minor chord, okay? So we're going F for 4, A minor for 4, then we're going to drop that bass again and come out with a D minor 7 for 4, and then we're going to drop that third finger down to the C bass, keeping the D minor 7. So we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? That's your first pattern. Now your second pattern is going to come up on the G minor. Again, F, F minor, come up 2 frets. You've got the G minor. We're only using the top 4 strings here. We're going to be playing the third finger with the 3 on the bottom. So we've got G minor for 4. We're going to bring that bass down, which is sort of a G minor major 7, and then the G minor 7 with the F in the bass, and then we're going to bring the E, and again, for all of that, we're keeping these 3 fingers down, okay? So we've got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is basically all we need to play the tune. So if we go through this, we've got, it's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Da, da, da. Now once we get those 2 chord patterns down, there are many ways we can play it. We can do some real inside-outside finger style just to keep it moving along, because we want this to really move. So to start you off, here's a simple pattern you can use to practice this. So we're going to play with the thumb on the 4th and 3rd string, okay? So we're not using the index. The thumb will give us a steady bass pattern, and then the 2nd and 3rd finger are going to play the 1st and 2nd string. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to try to work that up to a little bit faster tempo. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path. Now when we go to the C, of course, we have to move the thumb up to the 5th, but we're still playing 5th and 3rd, okay? So now let's put that together with the first 2 lines or the first 2 groups of 8 measures, okay? So we're going to play, it's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Then we're going back to the G minor now. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed upon your couch. Okay, and then we're done with that. So now we're going to go into the 2 lines of 10 measures, okay? And so to get 10 measures, we need 2 additional measures from the 8. So we're doing the same thing again, but we're going to repeat 2 of those chords for the 10 measures. So I'll show you what we do. So it's going to be, again, it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and poems and the ink stains that are dried upon some. Okay, so you see what we did there. We did the F, and then we did the beginning of the F again, the A minor, but instead of doing the last 2 forms, we're going to go right to the G minor. And now when we go to the G minor series, that keeps you in the back roads by the river of my memory. We're going to repeat the G minor 7 to to the G minor 6, if you will, and then back to the F. So we're doing an additional half of each chord form to get that 10. It's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words with bonds, and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the river of my memory, that keeps you ever gentle on my mind. Okay, and now we've got the whole song. That's it. So if you wanted to spice up that accompaniment a little bit, you could do something with an inside out finger style pattern like this. You could do the thumb and the third finger together, one, and then the thumb with the second finger, 2N, and then outside. So inside, outside, and then ending on that bass again. The bass notes will stay the same, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'll be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So instead of 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, you got something like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3. And again, trying to get that index out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, and again, a lot of variations on that to make it even more interesting. Now when you get to the G minor, you might want to add in the full bass, so you put the bar across the G minor, and now you're getting some good bass in there with the 6/4, and that opens up the index back to the third string. Same thing as we were doing here, but we're expanding it out to 6 strings, right? So you've got and instead of just the E bass, you can change that to a C9, right? Which is basically that G minor 6, but now adding the 5th for the C9, or keeping the G for the G minor 6, okay? G minor 6, C9. And using that and playing around with that to get different colors. So you could do something like, that keeps me in the back roads by the rivers of my memory, it keeps me ever gentle on my mind. See how we're just going G minor 6. For those extra 2 measures, we're going G minor 6 to C9, and then back to the F. So a lot of different things you can do with this tune to keep it exciting, but again, the pattern's going to be basically the F pattern and the G minor pattern. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stains that are dried upon some line. That keeps you in the back roads by the river of my memory, keeps you ever gentle on my mind. And then we just continue with each verse. So that's the tune, my friends. I hope you get something out of that. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Keep on playing that guitar.